Hello, beautiful. Welcome back to Nat's Beautiful Life and day 12 of the 12 days of Christmas. 12 videos in the month of December. We made it. I'm so excited. I filmed 5 videos this week. Edited them all and posted them all. Look at me. Alright, if you're new to this channel, hello, my name's Natasha. I do videos on books, bullet journaling, beauty, media, whatever I want to do a video about, but mostly a lot of books. Today's video will be the 12 books of book club, which will be the 12 books we will be reading in the upcoming year, 2022. The book and the month we'll read it in. If you want information about the book club, it is down in the description box below. There's a Facebook group and all of that stuff. If you cannot meet with us in person, that is fine. I'm trying to do a video on each book each month, and then you could do comments and things like that down below. You can join the Facebook group and comment there. If you are interested in us doing like an app thing, I've tried to do that before and it was just a little confusing, but if you'd like me to look at that stuff again, then I'll be happy to do that. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get into the books and the month. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. If you are new and you like me, you like the video and all of that, then be sure to subscribe. Click the like button and that way you will never miss a video. Alright, now let's get into the books. Okay, I actually own 3 of the books, so I have those. The others I'll put on the screen, and also if I don't have a clear synopsis, remember, I haven't read the book yet. So January is going to be, I just flipped it around. Is that right? Yeah. Matt Haig's The Midnight Library. This book is about a person who tries to take their own life, and while she's kind of in a limbo state, she's not dead, she's not really alive, she is in this library and she gets to pull out books that will tell her what her life would have been like if she had made different choices. I believe this is a somber read as well as a all the feels read. I love Matt Haig. I love what he does, and I'm looking forward to reading this book by him. And I do plan to read it this month, so if you want to get in on this, be sure to pick this one up. If you hear something sounds like crinkly or something like that, my dog is on a wicker chair and he is seeing something in the backyard. Alright, for February, I wrote everything down. I don't even have them in order yet. February, I have The Silent Patient by Michaelides. This is one that I was not super excited to see come up in the rotation, but I am going to go in this positively because it has polarizing reviews. You either love it or you hate it and think it's stupid. So I'm going to give it a shot, and I've also heard that same thing about the second book that he released. I think it's a he. But the people who love it, and the people who hate it, hate it. So I'm just going to go in with a positive mind and go in this. So I think what happens is, I think it's her husband is murdered, and she goes to a psych ward or something, and she speaks nothing. And so they're kind of thinking she did it, but they don't know, and all of this. So that is the gist, and that's what I know, and I also know people either love it or hate it. So hopefully I will be on the fence of loving it. We'll see. Time will tell. I'm going to pull my phone up here because some of these I don't really know a lot about. What is March? I don't have them in order, like the month. March. The Bone Shard Daughter by Andry Stewart. This one I am totally looking forward to. I believe there's magic involved. I believe there's a daughter who's not supposed to have power, and she does, and she's going to try to save everybody, and that's what I think the book's about. That was my pick. So, if you don't know how we pick the books for the book club, for the Girls Night Out Book Club, this is what we do. At our Christmas party every year, everybody brings a book that they have not read, that they really want to read, they wrap it, and we do a gift exchange. Those books become the books for the book club. This month we had 9 books chosen that way. So I then picked up like the page 158, which is our local bookstore book recommendation book, as well as the library's book recommendation book, and I took some of those book club recommendations and I put it up on our Facebook group page, and then people voted on what they wanted to add, you know, to the mix. So that way I don't get accused of picking the bad books. So I just kind of gave them a plethora, gave them like 7 books, and they all got to vote for 3, and then the winners are here. All right. So the next one is, we have April. Where's April? Fuzz, When Nature Breaks the Law by Mary Roach. This is a nonfiction, and I am so excited for this. I've wanted to read this ever since I saw it. So basically, I think the author either is a park ranger, or maybe she's like following the, I don't know. This is kind of what I'm gathering. But it's when wildlife does things, like a wildlife either like harms someone or messes up something in the park. I don't know, but it just sound like a good time. Feel free to look these up on the Goodreads and see what they're about, but I'm excited for this one. I love that kind of stuff. May is The Four Winds, which I actually do have. So May is The Four Winds by Kristin Hanff. This is a historical fiction novel, and it was one of the finalists for the Book of the Year for 2021 for Book of the Month. And if you're a BFF, then you got a free one. So that's me. I got one. So it looks like it takes place over 1921. They talk about the time of abundance, and then in 1934 we have when kind of the Depression, I guess, hits, and this takes place around the dust storms and in the Dust Bowl, and yeah, the Great Depression. And that sounds depressing, but I love these kind of stories because they usually are so rich and have such depth to them, and then you learn something new. Because I didn't even know the Dust Bowl thing was a thing until I read The Midnight at the Electric, and that's a book that was talking about the Dust Bowl, and it's just, I love reading historical books that have real things in them because it makes me look them up and learn stuff. All right, so the next one we have is June. June is The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Again, I am not a romance book person, love story book person, so this is another one I wasn't super excited about, but the last Emily Henry book was Beach Read. That was another one that I wasn't super excited about, but I read it and I really liked it. So I'm hoping I will like this one. Again, it's a nice, easy, fluff read. But I think what this is, so there's 2 friends and they used to go on vacation together every year, but then they have falling out. So she's convincing him to come like years later to go on a vacation with him or her for the last time, just to see what happens. And of course, I mean, we can guess what's gonna happen. But anyway, that's that book. I figured June is a good time for that one because it's probably gonna be nice and you know, summery or whatever. All right, July, The Final Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I am so stoked for this. I wanted to read a Grady Hendrix book for a while, and this just seems like the perfect one to start with. So, you know, whenever, like in horror movies and things like that, you know, this slasher comes and he kills everybody, but there's always one girl left. She's the one who gets away, tells the story, you know, tells the authorities everything that's happened. And so there's a group of these girls who are like the last ones, the ones that got away from serial killers and what have you, and they are in, I guess, a support group. And one day somebody starts killing them off one by one. So I'm looking forward to that. If it were like somebody else writing it, like some other fluff kind of thriller author, then I would probably be like, it's probably super predictable. But the fact that it's Grady Hendrix makes me like super excited. All right, the next one is August. In August is Project Hail Mary by Andry Weir. I like Andry Weir. I don't know what this one is about exactly, so let's look it up. So looks like our main character is a sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission. If he fails, humanity and the earth itself will perish. Except right now he doesn't know that. He can't remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to completed. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very, very long time. He's been awakened to find himself millions of miles from home with nothing but 2 corpses for company. Well, there's more going on after that, and let me just tell you, this looks like a good time. Yeah, I'm here for it. I love science fiction. Of course, The Martian is another one that Andry Weir wrote, and I believe he wrote Artemis as well. I liked Artemis. I know a lot of people hated Artemis, but I liked it, and I feel like this one is even better, so I'm looking forward to that one. All right, what comes after August? September? September is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. I think this is a fictionalization of Shakespeare's early life. So it's a fiction book. It's a fiction book about real events kind of things, which I really do like those. I've not read Maggie O'Farrell before, so I don't know anything about her or how she writes these types of books, because you've heard me talk about, if you've been on the channel at all, Therese Ann Fowler, who writes these kinds of things. She writes real events and kind of like writes it as fiction, and then all of that, and she's incredible at it. So I'm looking forward to this. I've heard great things about this book, so like I said, I'm excited for this one. That was September. October, I decided to do something different. Like I said, I don't like romance books. I just don't care. I don't mind if there being a love story or something within a book that I'm reading, but I don't, if the whole purpose is the romance, I don't like those books. It's just not my jam. If it's your jam, that's fine. You like what you like, I like what I like, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I never thought in my entire life I would ever read a Christina Lauren book. That is an author duo not interested in. And if it were any other book, I would be like, no thank you, skip. But this is called The House, and it is by Christina Lauren, and it looks spooky. So let me just look up that synopsis for you, because I actually am interested in this, and I decided to do something a little different. Since it is October, normally the past several years, if there's been like a lovey-dovey book, I have put it in February, but yeah, I'm excited about this one. Okay, so this is what it says. So it's called The House by Christina Lauren. I don't know if I mentioned that. Gavin tells Delilah he's hers completely, but whatever lives inside that house with him disagrees. After 7 years tucked away at an East Coast boarding school, Delilah Blue returns to her small Kansas hometown to find that not much has changed. Her parents are still uptight and disinterested, her bedroom is exactly the same way she left, and the outcast Gavin Timothy still looks like he's crawled out of the dark of one of her dark twisted drawings. Delilah is instantly smitten. Gavin has always lived in the strange house, an odd building isolated in a stand of trees where the town gives into mild wilderness. The house is an irresistible lure for Delilah, but the tall fence surrounding it exists for good reason. And Gavin urges Delilah to be careful. Whatever lives with him there isn't human and isn't afraid of hurting her to keep her away. So there's that. That looks interesting. I'm willing to read that and skip any smut that shows up. All right, October, November. I have this one as well. This has been on my shelf for a while. The Star-Crossed Sisters of Tuscany by Lori Nelson Speilman. This one looks really interesting. So I'll just read you what it says here. Since the day Filomena Fontana cast a curse upon her sister more than 200 years ago, not one second-born Fontana daughter has found lasting love. Some, like second-born Emilia, the happily single baker at her grandfather's Deli, claim it's an odd coincidence. Others, like her sexy, desperate-for-love cousin Lucy, insist it's a true hex. But both are bewildered when their great-aunt calls with an astounding proposition. If they accompany her to her homeland of Italy, Aunt Poppy vows she'll meet the love of her life on the steps of the Ravello Cathedral on her 80th birthday and break the Fontana second daughter curse once and for all. So, this sounds like a cute little story. Again, I don't like romance books, but I don't mind a little love story. And this sounds like there's more to it than meets the eye. So this one I'm excited for. And then December, totes excited for this. And I chose this one for December because it is the smallest book we have, and it's usually a very busy month. But December is going to be, where did I put that? 84 Charing Crossroad by Helene Hanff. And let me just read. I believe it is a book of different like letters going back and forth. Oh, here it is, first one. Okay, so let's see what the synopsis is. It says, this charming classic, first published in 1970, brings together 20 years of correspondence between Helene Hanff, a freelance writer living in New York City, and a used book dealer in London. Through the years, though never meeting and separated both geographically and culturally, they share a winsome, sentimental friendship based on their common love for books. Their relationship, captured so acutely in these letters, is one that will grab your heart and not let go. And the author of the book is Helene Hanff, so I wonder if this is true, if these are real letters. I don't know. But sounds like a great time, and that just sounds like so heartwarming and sweet. Alright, anyway, that's the 12 books of book club for 2022. I will list them in the description box down below, and you are welcome to read along with us every month. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna give it a week off, so I'm gonna take at least a week off, and then I'll be coming back and doing a video. You'll see a video posted every Friday. If I do more than that, great, but I'm just committing to every Friday right now. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in January. Have a great day, gorgeous.